welcome back to another edition of the Morning View.
Carlos Baleba, that's Man United's priority midfield target. It's not Elliot Anderson, it's not Wharton, it's Brighton's Carlos Baleba. That is the one we were trying to get last summer. Didn't quite work out. Price too high towards the end of the summer. We were never going to pay that. He's gone on to have an underwhelming season so far. But that's all a tactic to drive the price down. Then we buy him. Then he starts doing what he needs to do. Because after we played Brighton a few games ago and beat them 4-2, I said I want 70% off and I want a try before you buy. I want an option. I want a loan with an option, and I'll decide after next year. I'll decide in 2027, but I was joking. But on a real one, guys, is that the right thing? Should Carlos Baleba be our priority target? Fabrizio Romano has been saying that he's even more keen to join the club now, which is great. You want players who want to join. But should our priority not be Elliot Anderson? Should our priority be Adam Wharton? Football scholars in the chat. Should it be someone else who's way cheaper than all of these guys who's just sitting there in the Bundesliga, in La Liga, in Liga? I don't know. You tell me. Is it one of these guys? You tell me. But as of now, according to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United's priority signing in midfield is Carlos Baleba. Let me know how you feel about that. Welcome to the Morning View. Big up to each and every single one of you. Smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already, and subscribe to United View. It's a busy morning. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. We're going to be talking, of course, about Baleba. We're going to be talking, of course, about the plan with Kobbie Mainoo as well. A little bit more on Joshua Zirkzee as well, and of course the lead up to Man United Everton. Later on today, we've got our charity stream, Get Up, Stand Up. We'll be talking about that throughout the show and letting you know what's going on. So yeah, it's a busy morning, Owen. It's a busy morning, bro.
A busy morning indeed. Good morning, folks. Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone's doing very well. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning View. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe. And yes, Carlos Baleba, a priority target for Manchester United. Maybe next summer, maybe in January. Priorities, Flex. You've got to get your priorities straight, don't you? Yeah. And one of them has to be your health. Yeah. And I'll tell you exactly how you can get your health in check and how it can be one of your priorities. It's by getting optimized. Roll VT.
Today's video is sponsored by our friends at Oxford Natural and their all-new natural supplement, Optimum Day and Night. Thousands across the UK, USA and beyond are smashing their health goals with Oxford Natural. Optimum Day gives you steady energy, curbs your cravings and keeps your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night helps you relax, get restorative sleep, recover and keep burning fat while you rest. It's not a magic pill, but it will help you reach your health goals. Check out some of the incredible results. Two of our own, OWEN, lost over 100 pounds in 10 months. And KG dropped 30 pounds in 4 months. In 8 months, football legend Michael Owen lost 35 pounds. And Robbie from AFTV, Don Robbie, lost over 80 pounds. And in 6 months, Anita, an award-winning immigration lawyer, lost 44 pounds. And Linda, a law firm executive, lost over 50 pounds. No gimmicks, no needles, just results. Oxford Natural, let's get to work.
Yes, let's get to work indeed. You can scan the QR code while it's still there, right there. And you can save up to 70% off. Flex getting eventually. You can get your Optimum Day, which is good for your weight loss goals. You can get your Optimum Night with look at that. He's including the ingredients as well on the back.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah,
exactly.
See
transparency. That's what it is.
Yeah, literally transparency.
Yeah, speaking of transparency, you can get your Optimum Nights, which
like
is good
that
for your
segue.
restoratives. Very nice. For your restorative sleep, you can have them individually, combined, stack them anywhere you want. You can find out all the information, as always, in the video description below. Use them as maracas. Yeah, screw the house stuff. Use them as maracas. All the information, as always, in the video description below. Get optimized today. It's also pinned in the chat as well. Flex, Carlos Baleba. This is an interesting one, isn't it? Because I was a bit surprised to see Fabrizio Romano come out so strong on Carlos Baleba yesterday, considering that recent weeks we've heard Elliot Anderson's name mentioned quite a lot. maybe not so much Adam Wharton, but maybe not so much Carlos Baleba as well. It feels like Elliot Anderson's maybe the one over the last few weeks, but now looks like Carlos Baleba is maybe the one. Fabrizio Romano in his YouTube video yesterday said that Carlos Baleba remains the primary midfield target for Manchester United next summer, unless things change, which you go, well, that's a bit of a caveat there, isn't it? He's a priority target unless he's not. Baleba is keen on joining Manchester United, and the club have a good relationship with his agents. Of course, like Flex mentioned earlier on, I suppose that stems from last summer when they did make those inroads and those inquiries about how much it would cost to purchase Baleba. Brighton were very firm, weren't they? Remember Fabian Hurtzler coming out in the press conference being like, he's not going anywhere. I know he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And the reason he wasn't going anywhere is because it was quoted as, 100 million quid. And as we've seen so far this season, 100 million quid, maybe a bit premature. I don't think that Brighton are going to get 100 million pounds next summer from Manchester United or whoever, wherever Carlos Baleba goes, that is. But how do you feel, Flex, about him being United's priority transfer target? Like you alluded to in your intro, maybe because of the start of the season. Obviously, when he came to Old Trafford, didn't have the best game. Meanwhile, when we've faced off against, say, Elliot Anderson has had a good game, has had a good season. Adam Wharton keeps doing his thing at Crystal Palace. They're doing very well. Should Carlos Baleba be Manchester United's priority transfer target, do you think?
It feels weird. I think, do you know what I will say? Me personally, our priority should be Elliot Anderson. That, for me, should be the first midfield signing through the door. If you want to couple that with Baleba, of course, I did a piece yesterday talking about what John Cross from the Mirror was saying, that United want both of these guys. They want Baleba and Anderson. How about both? Why do we have to limit ourselves to one, right? And during that video yesterday, I also said that because of the way the season's gone, we have kind of done the whole Baleba's not good and I don't really want him anyway. And I joked about what I said against Brighton. But the truth of the matter is that if you've scouted somebody properly and they've gone through a bit of bad form and, he's young and it's gone to his head a little bit and, you can't really judge that player until they come to you and you know what he's capable of. You shouldn't be deterred by, if it's scouting's as strong as it should be, we shouldn't be deterred by a bad couple of months. And when we say a bad couple of months, I'm not a Brighton fan. I haven't watched Brighton for 90 minutes every game. I've just seen the media narrative and the X stuff. And X stuff only tells you one snapshot towards a certain side of the coin. If we need to speak to Brighton fans, really, to say, how actually has he been? Because we've seen him maybe not start or been taken off at half time. And a Brighton fan, if we had one right here, right now, who's watched 90 minutes of every single one of their games, would maybe say, I'm just saying out loud, like potentially could say, well, he started off, he definitely got to his head. But I've been watching him week in, week out. And he's had a couple of bad ones. He wasn't great at Old Trafford, but tell you what, it's really good against City. Yeah, no, people weren't talking about how good he was against Chelsea and this, that, and the other. So I just think we shouldn't, oh, look at that. Oh, I mean, Joshua Chest, I mean,
this is what happens when I don't set things up, Flex. But I have a day off. Have a day off. Disgrace.
So Josh has set up the charity stream, as Minna's just put in the chat. Check out today's charity stream for tomorrow, the 18th. It is not going to be on tomorrow, the 18th. It will be today, the 7th, Monday, 2025, here in the UK, streamed around the world to the millions and millions of United View viewers around the world. So Josh has not scheduled it for the right day.
And he did that yesterday. So how has he done it for 2 days?
Oh, yeah, he was 2 days out because he actually put that yesterday,
What's wrong with this guy?
Sure. I don't know. Josh special. But listen, when it comes to tech, Joshnology, he's your guy. He's your guy. When it comes to all your other stuff, graphics guru, new visual ninja guru thing, he's your guy. Just just when it comes to scheduling, you just pass that bit to somebody else. But the actual other stuff, Josh is wicked. So yeah, we'll change that, and we'll also talk about that very shortly. Well
Yeah.
spotted, Minna.
I make sure we have the right day.
Don't blame
no, it wasn't Josh.
StreamYard.
No, it wasn't
Because
Josh.
we always stream, we always do stuff on StreamYard, right? And do it for the day or whatever, and it's not the wrong day. Don't blame StreamYard. Yeah, look at him deflecting, just like Don Robert deflecting. Yeah,
It's really, and to be
Blame
honest as
StreamYard.
well, like when you set it up on StreamYard, like it has literally the day next to it as well. It comes up in a calendar, so I'm not sure how.
There you go. Don't blame StreamYard. Just say he was tired. Just say, mate, I was doing 700, 1,000 things.
Accountability.
Hey,
That's what we.
The A
that's
word
what
on
we
this
live
channel
by.
doesn't always go
That's what we
down
live-
well.
Wow, it's what we live by on this channel. Yeah, accountability. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Right, I've changed it.
There you go.
it.
There you go. It's back. It's back. And Minna will be on this evening as well.
Yeah.
I have, just to let you guys know, kind of a little bit off topic. We'll get back to Baleba very, very shortly. It's only because Minna just reminded me because she was right there. I have set up the UV Pro Club. I have set the team up. We have a kit. We have a team. So during the stream at some point tonight, like I said, we will be doing EAFC. And I'm going to shout because Minna's the gaming queen. She understands about. I'm too old now. Unless it's turn it on, go on online and play somebody. When it comes to the ultimate teams and this mode and then that mode, I'm a little bit behind. So I'm going to shout Minna and have a little catch up. So Minna, be ready. But there is a UV Pro Club. So I just want to know what, is that it? Everyone can then just join. Do we just put the link in here? You just give out the team, they just join. Yeah, you definitely don't know. You definitely don't know. That is one thing. But Joe Blackman says he will be there. Big up. So yeah, if you guys are on pro clubs, put KG in goal. Yeah, KG's going to be on for the red carpet. But I don't know if he'll probably have boxing straight after, but he might jump back on after. I don't know what his plans are, but yeah, he'd definitely be on for the red carpet. So yes. But anyway, back to Baleba. We'll fill you guys more in about the get up, stand up shortly. Back to Baleba. Like I said, Brighton fans will, be doing what they need to do, and might have a different opinion on him. Back to what I think. I really want us to get Elliot Anderson. I think he's the one out of all three that I don't know. I think he just offers everything. I really do. Yeah. There you go, Owen. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Owen's never. He's never gonna let that go.
It's always, you know what I mean? It's, like in the office where he goes, get the guitar, get the graph out. Get the graph out.
You're going to be that guy that when we get to flip in April and them stats have changed per 90 this season, and he's like somewhere else, you go, yeah, but back in November,
Don't care, mate.
he was a standout. He was a standout.
Been sold.
But yeah,
sold.
I want us to get Anderson. Out. If we can get both, fine. If we don't get Anderson and we end up getting Baleba and then someone else, I have to put my trust into what's been going on, right? I have to put my trust into the scouting and believe that the reason why they want him is because of, not just because of hype and this, that, and the other. And they don't just get swayed because he had a bad season or he had a bad few games or whatever. So, yeah. We are forgetting that Baleba is still a really good player. I do like him a lot.
Yeah, I think you mentioned earlier on about it would be good actually to hear from a Brighton fan to hear their perspective on things, because I'm sure they're probably... Yeah, exactly. I think I was going to say that. I think you've talked yourself into a video there, Fleck.
Yes.
But I think that they might say, well, because he did miss a lot of preseason, didn't he? Because even when we were linked to him, remember then he was missing those friendly games for Brighton, and that got turned into a bit of a conspiracy of, he's not in the Brighton team, which means he's on his way to United. Whereas in reality, he actually missed a lot of preseason with an injury, didn't he? Which can mean you have a bit of a slower start, which maybe is part of it. Obviously, you then have the distraction, the speculation surrounding him, the pressure on him as well. So that it's difficult, isn't it? The only thing I do kind of worry about is that, okay, if that kind of transfer speculation can cause a bit of a downturn in your performance, then how are you going to handle playing for Manchester United? Because we have seen experienced players, big players, struggle with the pressure of having that shirt. And we hear Jason Wilcox in that podcast, Inside Carrington, the other week, sort of saying that actually the first step for us now when we're recruiting players is looking at their, background, looking at their character, looking at their ability to handle pressure. Because, like you spoke about Friday on the Trinity, I think it was, when you were talking about the sort of the unsigned agreement of knowing that you're going to be harshly judged, sometimes unfairly judged. You're going to have the media on you. If you don't have the fastest start possible, and even if it's a better start than some other players that have been purchased for more money, you will still be treated harsher than them. You know what I mean? If you come in and do a Florian Wirtz, it won't be Wirtz getting the criticism. It will be you, because you play for Manchester United, and that makes the headlines. So that does kind of worry me a smidge of sort of going, oh, what's your ability to handle that pressure? But also, he's still a young guy, and this whole experience might be really good for him. Going, actually, I tell you what, I'm glad I didn't go then, because I wasn't ready. I'm only 21. He turns 22 in January. And
exactly,
you know,
this could be all he needs, Owen.
And maybe it is just a case of, actually, you know what, I did need another year just to
100%.
kind of settle myself down.
That's you know what, Owen? That's a really
road,
good point. I haven't really heard anyone talk about that side of it, actually, because like you say, X, and he's a flop. He ain't that guy. We just focus there, and we forget that he's, what is he, 21? Was he 22?
21.
21. You go, actually, this is probably good grounding. If you want to be glass half full, optimistic and stuff, depending on how you view situations, this could be the perfect grounding. That's a really good point. Like, you got loads of attention on you. One of the biggest clubs in the world want you. There's all talk in the background now going on. You got to just focus on your football, focus on being consistent, because he'll probably know in the background he might be on his way to us, and it's all happening, and his family is all excited. His family back home. Oh my God, you got so much stuff, and it is true. This is exactly what you need to get a taste of what it's going to be like, and get yourself ready. You've got a little bit of a bump. Can you come back from that? Can you start being the Baleba that we saw last year that even gave you the interest? So that's a good point, man. I didn't even really think of it from that way, which is, more like I said, if you've scouted the player and you know their temperament and know their ability, if they have a wobble, you shouldn't just abort the plan. This is because what happens if we buy him and he has a wobble in the first season, which could happen, and he's not that good, for a year or so, because he's still young. These things, yes, we want ready-made. Yes, we want like the creme de la creme, but it's all about the environment you put them into and how quickly it takes them to adapt. Obviously, there's a cut-off point, because we're getting a kid who's played in the Premier League for 2 seasons now. This is the second season, I think.
Yeah. And also the price that comes with it. It's unfortunate, because even if he doesn't cost 100 million, you know what I mean? If he doesn't cost 100 million, if let's say he costs 80, 70, something like that,
money, mate.
There will still be this expectation of, look, it's a lot of money. I know you're young, but you've kind of got to hit the ground running a bit here. You know what I mean?
You can't cuss Wirtz.
You play for Man United.
All these, man, listen, you can't go in on other people's signings who ain't played in the Premier League and say, listen, there's no sympathy here. Wirtz, 100 million, mate. Don't care, mate. Yeah. And then when it comes to ours, it's like,
Do you worry that already a little bit of a narrative is already being formed around him? Because I'm just seeing in the chat, I'm just seeing in the chat, like, this transfer's disaster written all over it. Yeah, playing his price down, all that kind of thing. I'm just kind of like,
definitely.
Has already a bit of a judgment been made of? He's not actually that good. He's not 100%. Actually that good.
Well, not just that.
It's gonna be a flop.
Not just that. It's because this happens with because it's a long build up as well. So the chase. You know what I mean? The chase. This is why this is happening. When you chase someone, and it's very, very well documented from one summer all the way through the year to the next summer, you have to take on all of it, unfortunately. Yeah. You can't be sensible about it. You've got to take on all of the bits about it. Oh, this is someone you wanted for 2 years or longer, a little bit less. This is someone who costs so much money, the Sancho thing. And you look at our strike rate of spending big. Whenever we tend to spend over 70 million, which ain't often, but the hit rate's not great. The hit rate's not great. So you've got all of that. He's young, another guy ruined by going Man United, all of this stuff. So, I think you're right, man. That it's going to be uncomfortable, whoever we get. It'll be exciting because you go, well, right, we're addressing the midfield. Finally, we're getting 2 specialists, and look at the surgery on midfield. We've got this young guy, we've got that young guy. This is the future. But then when you start to kick off football matches,
Mm.
we know what it is. The pressure comes, which you can't hide from, innit? You play for Man United. We've hyped up these guys. The Premier League's hyped up these guys. These are three of the, you know, I know Baleba's not playing like it right now, but these are three sought after midfielder targets in the league. So if any of the people, any of the other clubs get these players, Anderson, Wharton, Baleba, like they're going with expectation and quite a lot of excitement around it. But it also comes with the other respective rivals going, oh, so Wharton's gone to Chelsea, has he? All right, well, we'll be the judge of this then. What's he saying after 8 games? Or do you know what I mean? That's just how it goes.
Well, that'll be the one with Baleba, won't it, as well? Because has anyone else been linked to Baleba that much?
Not really. I haven't seen it.
I'm just thinking because obviously because Elliot Anderson's been linked to a lot of clubs, hasn't he?
Exactly.
You know, Adam Wharton's been linked to a lot of clubs. I'm already thinking about narratives for me. It'll be no one was interested in Baleba Pop United.
Yeah.
What does that say? What does that? You know what I mean?
No one was interested because the intermediaries knew that Man United had a head start, and there was no point because his mind was made up. He only wanted Man United.
I think there's a little stuff. I remember maybe some Liverpool links, but then it might be a case of, well, he wasn't linked anywhere because from last summer it was determined of, well, again, he only wants to go United. Like if that deal could have been done last summer, he would have gone to Man United, right? So I think this is one where maybe, again, Fabrizio's being a bit clever here with his report, I suppose, because maybe it is he's a priority target because it was already agreed from last summer that he was going to go. You know, he's going to go United. And maybe that is why his performance level has gone down because he's kind of like, I'm not coasting, but he's like, well, this season's a bit irrelevant to me. I'm going to United next summer. It's happening. I've already got sort of confirmation that I'm going to Man United next summer. But again, that's when you look at, I suppose, mentality of going just because you know you're going to United next summer. That's no excuse not to perform or for your levels to drop off this season. So it'll be an interesting one. A bit of interesting news, Flex, just breaking now. Manchester United just announced, this was reported previously anyway, but United have just confirmed it, that they're now selling Carrington tours. There's the new Carrington, and they're now doing training ground tours, priced at £100. The package will begin with an all-access tour of Old Trafford, including the dressing rooms, tunnel, museum, and megastore. Fans will then board a club coach to Carrington to see the inner sanctum of United's day-to-day home. Supporters will see the state-of-the-art dressing room, gym, swimming pools, recovery areas, press conference room, media studios, and players' lounge. Places on a first-ever tours. Carrington are limited. Act quickly. All that kind of rubbish. But
so it's £100 for all of it. For the whole package.
Trying to get their money back. Trying to get their money back from building the Carrington straight away. You know what I mean?
Listen, you see that type of stuff, that's just, I wouldn't even call it smart business. It's just based like, you got to try and recoup the cost. And Man United is, because obviously we've been crap, like, and we, get used to it, especially here in this country. We forget how big we are, like people who've been supporting us through this mud, there's still like, to go to Old Trafford, to go to Carrington and see it, feel it, like it's still an amazing thing for fans around the world, regardless of how crap we are, or even if we got relegated, it doesn't matter. The love for the club still is there, and the demand to do these things is still there. And Man United, to a certain extent, not fleecing supporters, but they have to monetize these things. So if you don't want to do it, or you think that's a disgrace, or you think that's bullshit, don't go on a tour. Just don't purchase a ticket to go on it. For some people, to take their kids, and let them sit in the team changing room, not only at the stadium, but at Carrington, or sit in the seat that Bruno sits in to have his breakfast and stuff like that. Like, these are big things. And I dare say, obviously, they will put, they would obviously make the tours for obviously when there's not training and stuff like that, when the players have gone. But
I don't think you have to worry about, a critical Manchester Derby preparation weekend
being ruined because of tours.
And Joe Blogs on the tours going, well, I paid my £100. I'm taking training.
People start to get fake outrage. But what could happen though, what you might see, which would be quite nice for some fans, is you do get players who stay back to do extra work or a meeting or something. So they might get to see Bruno going into his Ferrari or Cunha leaving late and sign a car. You just, you get to see little extra stuff. I know from going to Carrington loads of times that after trip, well, to be fair, every time I've been trained, there's more players there. But you do see people that are just Like I say, I was sitting on the bench next to Sabitzer at the time, just chilling.
Yeah, if you go to a training ground, I remember when I was younger, I was on trial at Oxford. We had a day at Chelsea's training ground. As we were coming the other way was Arjen Robben in his car.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't have right away, still went past us, but it was all right. It's fine. I haven't held a grudge.
He once. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You don't even remember it till now. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fine. Yeah, but
Ian says, Flex, are you saying you could do the same as Rangers, get relegated to the bottom tier of football and still have 54,000 in attendance in the 3rd division? Absolutely.
United, absolutely. Of course it would.
75,000. What do you mean?
Yeah.
If we got relegated to League 2, yeah. Old Trafford would be full every week.
Yeah, it would
100%.
Absolutely. If anything, it would rally support even more, you know, because it would be even more like critical.
Let's get us back to the,
yeah.
100%, mate. 100%.
Yeah.
Man United can't die.
Yeah.
So just with that, that's they've put a lot of money into it, and they've got to monetize these things, and it'd be a dream come true for there'll be a lot of kids at Christmas that get that ticket to say, here's where we're going, kid. I've got your tickets to go to the stadium, and they're, oh my god. Oh, they're going there full kits and everything. There'll be a lot of adults be in tears.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't get anywhere near Man United. So good. It's a good thing. Aaron says, Owen, I'm happy with England, but sad about KG/Nigeria. KG was on that stream. He was on the stream for Jamaica, giving it big to Joel Bayer, who's Congolese, and saying, the world needs Nigeria there. We're the alpha African country. We're the biggest. We're the best. Hold on. Wait a minute, KG. Wait a minute. What's happened here? You know what I mean?
Can't even get to the World Cup, mate. Can't even.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
And the manager's talking about Judge. Don't know if you've seen it. The Nigerian manager's going, oh, yeah, they've got water bottle. They've thrown something. I don't know what was in it. Judge, mate. I'll send it to you. It's funny.
So he's talking about Judge. Aaron Wan-Bissaka going to World
Whams. Cup. Yeah.
Whams. He got KG got
I don't know if they're there yet. I think they still have to play. I think that was
they still have to play one more.
I think so. Someone let me know in the chat who knows more, but I don't think this was to get, they have to play more games after this. This was to get to the other qualifier, no? I don't think it means they're going. Are they actually going?
Let's have a look.
Congo.
World Cup. World Cup they're qualified. I know.
I mean, they actually
Group B. Well, they're second, so they have to go playoff, or they qualified.
They have to go.
No, they're done.
They're done. Confederation. They're in.
They're both now. They're playoff. There's another playoff.
Right.
I love that with the chat. You always get a mixed response, don't you? No, they're qualified. No, they're not.
And then you get that overwhelming
one more game. One more game. So
they got to play a lot.
But still, the irony that KG is not going to the World Cup because he was eliminated by his son, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who he, adopted, then put up for adoption, then adopted again, and then put up for adoption. But KG, when he locks in, he doesn't change his mind, as he told us Friday on the Trinity. Remember that?
Yep.
Remember that? That's what he said to us. When I lock in, I don't change my mind. Apart from Onana, apart from Wan-Bissaka, apart from several others, when he locks in, he does not change his mind. Just like Nigeria have locked in to not going to the World Cup.
Yeah. And will you lock in with the manager and believe in him again, or will you just discard him now?
That's a good point, actually. That is a good point. Who's the manager of Nigeria? What's his name?
Oh, I don't know his name.
Nigeria manager football. Eric Shelley. Is that how you say it? Shelley? Is he is he Shelley out? Is he a faithful? Is he a traitor? Be interesting to know.
Yeah, you got a few hours to respond, KG. Sir Marcus, I've been looking for this. Well, that's if you see me looking at my phone, so I'm trying to find what you're saying. Flex, I reached out to you a while back, and you told me to hit you up on Instagram, which I did, but I still haven't received a reply. I even reached out on the channel's Instagram page. I followed up via email. Is it? I don't want to say you might not want me to say your full name. Is it regard? How do I do the code? Because you might not want your name out there. I think I found it. Is it can you put just checking back a video? What's your craft? Tell me what you do. Just put in the chat as a code. Yeah.
What's your mother's maiden name? And what's your PIN number?
Yeah. But you need to pass security and your postcode, please.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But I'm actually doing it out of
You just-
respect because it
just
doesn't
confirm
say
date of
Sir
birth.
on the thing that I think it is, which I've now found. It doesn't say Sir Marcus. It says like your actual name. So I don't want to.
Right.
You might not want that out there. So I'm not really trying to do that unless you say. So Sir Marcus, don't worry about sending a super chat. Just send me. Oh, sweet. I thought that was real there, Rassa. Yeah, let me know. And like I said, DMs is hard, man. I'm just
DMs is hard because
inundated, man.
You get a lot.
Seriously,
and also as
guys.
well on Instagram as well, obviously if you're not followed, then it comes up in that little request thing. And I don't know about you, I never see that. I never see
Very
that.
rarely.
And then occasionally one day I'll see like requests and then you see all the numbers, you go, oh shit.
There's loads, man. Exactly. So don't take it personally at all. But I have seen you on this channel trying to do something as well. So yeah, apologies. But as you can imagine, just inundated with messages and stuff. Nay
popular
says,
guy Flex is a popular guy, he's a big celebrity. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Flex, he's just everyone trying to get a hold of Flex. People say KG the celebrity, Flex is the real celebrity. That's what it is. Yeah.
Man of the people, man of the people, mate. Definitely not a celebrity. Kay says, wish we could get another Lommans kind of signing from Belgium, France, etc. Like Baleba. But I'd be excited with a hidden gem. Well, that's what I always challenge us to do, don't I? I'm always like, listen, where's the scouting? Sonny Lommans has obviously gone down as 18 million out of Royal Antwerp. That type of vibe. Lenny Yoro wasn't obviously cheap. He was best part of 50 million. But, you know, players like that doing well in Liga on the up. Where is that? Where's the Baleba before he goes to Brighton? Where's that guy? Can we get that guy? You know? Oh, no, maybe it's not the thing that I've seen then. See, that's what I'm saying. It was the wrong thing.
Wow, lucky. Military.
So where have you sent the email then?
Well, I don't have access to the email.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't keep. That's not it. I don't know. Is it under? Oh, there it is. There it is.
I was going to say maybe they sent it to. Sometimes the funniest thing is on Instagram in particular. Sometimes people tag you as just Flex at Flex, which, not to bring the tone down, is some kind of like women's sanitary product, and they always respond by saying, we're not Flex.
Oh, well, yeah, it's not us. Oh wow, that is so random,
and it's hilarious.
Days. That is so random. Actually, this one, Marcus, I don't think this is it. Oh no, it is. It's got the same symbol that I can see there. Right. Okay. So you're visiting. Right. Okay. Family. What game are you going to be at? Oh, right. Right. Okay. Okay. Let me star that. I found it. I'll drop you an email back, bro. WJ Barrett says, if we don't make the cut, we are criminals. Who the hell is that team? I know nothing about them. Come on, Jamaica. Man. Steve McLaren, do your thing. Yeah, but
when do they play?
Tuesday night. And that's not no qualifying thing. If we win, we are there. If Curacao draw or beat us, they're through. The only way we can go through is to win. That's it. One game left. Just do it. I have got it's a green screen right now, but this is my Jamaica flag for later on. I can't bother to put that down, show you it. Yeah, it's gonna be I
mean, I know it's an early one. I'm surprised you're not maybe thinking of, you know what I mean, staying up, doing a watch along.
This is what I'm saying. Listen, it could be on the cards. What time does it kick off? I think it's like 1 a.m.
1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Might have to do it, man. Might have to.
Football flex. You know what I mean?
100%. In fact, we'll just do it. It's football flex. People want to donate on there. We'll just do the marathon. Because we're going to finish around 12 at least.
But that's technically Wednesday morning. Technically Wednesday.
Oh, it's the next day, isn't it? Yeah. It's not going to be tonight. But yeah. We got to do it. We've got to do it. Martial Arts says, a word of Ireland's heroics last night, lads.
Oh, brilliant. Wow. Troy Parrott. Oh, incredible. Yeah. It was amazing.
The stories are made of, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, last minute. Incredible. And also as well, because obviously they beat Portugal the game before to put themselves into, you know, that position. And Troy Parrott is great because he's a proper football manager player, Flex. A couple of years ago, Troy Parrott was that point. You go, I tell you what, in a few years' time, he's going to be good. Never really lived up to that so far. But yeah,
come out of Spurs, didn't he?
Yeah, and what an interview he did after the game. It was brilliant.
Yeah, just shows you what football's all about. And I was speaking to my producer at TalkSport. He's Irish, Jeremy, and he was just saying how rubbish they are. I was laughing at him when they lost to Armenia and stuff like that at the beginning of the group, losing to Armenia and stuff like that. And now look, so
they've got the old Iceland head coach, don't they?
Oh, do they?
When England lost to Iceland,
when they did well, yeah,
I think it's that guy.
Yeah, brilliant. Shout out to all the Irish in the chat. Good luck to you guys. I hope you make it. I think you're in the playoffs now, so go and get to that World Cup. WJ Barrett says, oh yeah, good morning, Flex and Owen. Big ups. Yeah, he was just so on it about we have to make it. It's actually big up to you and the family, man. I hope you guys are well. Where are we at likewise? That I do have up, even though the little purple chimp is out. We've got 171. Yeah, it's annoying.
Dreaded purple chimp.
I don't understand why. It's just stupid.
YouTube, it can just,
and you can't update it. It's not like you can go, let me update the thing.
Mate.
You can't. Yeah,
just happens.
But yes, we need more likes. 172 likes we got. So let's get to 250, please. Got over 700 people watching.
Flex, I have a question for you. For you. I've just paused it there. What's happening this evening from like sort of 6 p.m. till late?
This evening, get up, stand up. We will be live from 6 p.m. In aid of the Hurricane Melissa Relief Fund, helping out people back home to rebuild their lives. There's a lot of posts on social media that are highlighting this now, and I think it's good that, you know, the 2 weeks that when it's all happened and it's the immediate thing has happened of it's hit the island of Jamaica. That's past now, you know. Now it feels like things have gone back to normal. Let me tell you something. The things have not gone back to normal for the people who have lost their homes, people who have lost their possessions, people who have lost their, their sanity and stuff. So, we will be live doing a charity stream with loads of people. That's just a fraction of the people. We're going to put out more flyers today and images with more people being added to the stream. There's plenty more to come on as well. That's just not even half the people that will be there. Like it says, we've got guests, we've got quizzes, EAFC vibes. And we need your attendance, guys. We need your support. Not necessarily only money, but just your attention, your time. If you can't donate anything, and your social media presence as well as a community to share to people who can donate and just get it trending, get it going. Everyone's doing their bit, which is amazing. And for me, it's massive because this is where you really see in it. Like, we can all have a joke, about, Jamaican culture and how amazing it is. And like I was saying on the stream on DR, everyone, whether you couldn't be further from Jamaican or being Jamaican or not, you have some sort of Jamaican influence in your life without even, it's only when you sit and think, first of all, just the UK being rebuilt, was off of Caribbean hands and Caribbean sweat and blood coming over. The UK reached out to the Caribbean to come and rebuild this country. So if you're going about your daily life, walking about, you've got some of the Caribbean culture right there because it was brought in during the Windrush generation to rebuild this country. If you give your friend a fist pump, that's a Jamaican greeting. If you, have the food, if you listen to Bob Marley or Sean Paul or UB40 or whatever, the ska, if you're from the ska era and stuff like that, that's Jamaican culture. The food, the dances. If you've ever been to Notting Hill Carnival and you've walked through it and had some food or something, do you know what I mean? So we're very, very quick to embrace the Jamaican culture, but how quick are we going to be when they need us? How quick are we going to be then? And that's what's actually quite heartwarming to see how quick we actually are to help, and to other people who maybe aren't. This isn't a name and shame, but this is your chance. It's not too late. Do you know what I mean? Like, this help is going to be needed long after this. There's going to be loads of things that are going on behind the scenes that people don't see, etc. But it's never too late. If you're thinking, shit, you know what? I haven't even, to be fair, I haven't even shared anything. I haven't even liked anything. I haven't even jumped on someone's stream. I haven't even gone and dropped some clothes down or some tins of tuna or anything. You can do something, no matter how little. So don't be that person that's going to listen to all of this and say, yeah, man, that's great. and then go and get in your car and listen to Vibes Cartel, and then carry on back your day, but you ain't done nothing. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, it's not a name and shame thing. It's more of an encouragement to say it's, you know what I mean? Not everything has to be public. Not everything has to be documented. I was down with White Yardie and everything that he set up with his wife and loads of other people doing great stuff at Murky HQ, that Stormzy set up with Adidas. And we were there for like 7 hours packing stuff. You know, I didn't even have any time to like take a picture with Yardie and put it up to say we're down here and just there. Hands
I saw the
in,
stories,
packing, crazy, and it's still going on now, and they still need help. So there's always things people can be doing, guys. There's loads going on, but here at United View, that's what we're doing. There's more to be added, and thank you for everyone who's got involved already, and thank you for everyone's going to turn up tonight. We need as much of you as possible, so please be there. We'll be live from 6 p.m. Like it says till late, so 6 p.m. till whenever. As Yardie say, whenever it done, yeah, whenever it done. That's it. And you said you was doing a bit of a food shop, didn't you?
I couldn't. Do you know, Flex? Yeah, I'm so remote. Yeah, I couldn't even get any delivered. I looked as well.
When you was like, down in my area, I'm gonna get. I was like, I don't know.
I looked as well. You know what I mean? So, but I'll be there this evening. And like you said, Flex, I'm glad you mentioned that bit at the start about because it was something I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. That obviously when the build up to the storm, the hurricane, and obviously when it's happening and sort of the few days afterwards, it gets a lot of media coverage because obviously it's a big storm and the pictures and obviously the stories that come with it. But then obviously the news cycle goes on, doesn't it? And other things then get people's attentions, other stories happen, and the coverage moves on and people start talking about other things. But just because the media cycle and the media coverage has moved on, that doesn't mean that everything's just normal. Back to where sort of the devastation has happened, that's still there. That takes a long time, and takes a lot of money and a lot of effort and a lot of help. So it's really important to keep remembering, keep talking, keep fundraising, keep helping as much as you can because people need it. People need it, and even the fact of just knowing those people there, knowing that they haven't been forgotten about. That's also a massive incentive too, because the worst thing when something like that happens is feeling, that people don't care or you're isolated or no one's willing to help you or anything like that. So that's why, even if, like you said, I know times are tough and it's the holiday season and you might be like, look, I've got nothing I can give. I can barely afford myself or anything like that. Just sharing or trying to highlight it as best as you can. That's worth its weight in gold too, because that might then reach someone that can help or can offer something a bit more physical, to help them. So that's why it's really important just to rally as much as you can. And that's what we'll be doing this evening.
Facts, all facts. Especially, like I said, to the nation, as in the UK, not just England, but, especially to Great Britain, like I said, who, they came here. They came here, rebuilt this country, and made lives for themselves here. And that's not just Jamaicans, that's all of the Caribbean. Do you know what I'm saying? So the same when it was St. Vincent, they had the volcano a couple of years back. I got family members who got a lot of family over there. We was boxing up stuff and sending stuff back. We have to come together, man. We have to come together. So big up to everyone. We'll be pushing that throughout the day. Look at all our socials. And most of all, join the stream. It's going to, and on top of that, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to add to, I think DR made 15K. I think they generated 15K, something like that. And we got the chance to add to that, guys. Whether it's £500, whether it's £1,000, whether it's £200, whatever it is, man, whatever the number is, we got the chance to add to that and do as much as we can. So it's going to be big fun. There'll be some people on the stream that you've never seen before as well coming into this space, which would be great, and a lot of familiar faces as well. So I actually can't wait. It's going to be a fun day for a great cause. It's just Danny says, just because I never get the chance to send any of these, big up and love. Big up to you, man. Well, you're a member as well. You've been a member for 16 months, so you use your perks. You probably, I don't know if it's because you're always busy when we're live. Usually, that's probably why you don't get the chance to send that. So, yeah, but thank you for your support for 16 months as well. All right, Mainoo and the Napoli plan. It won't go away, will it?
It's not going away, Flex. It's not going away. It's not going away. It's because of your salacious rumours that you've been spreading. No, Kobe Mainoo, according to, once again, Fabrizio Romano, has said that he is very interested in joining Napoli on a straight loan with no buy option or obligation. He wants to succeed at Manchester United, and the club has never considered letting him leave permanently. Do you feel, right, because like you said, this Cobby thing won't go away. Do you feel that maybe his reps, his agents are trying to sort of force a move in the most polite way possible, and also reassure that he doesn't want to leave permanently? Because every time this comes up, it's Cobby really wants, he's really interested in a move away on loan. He's really interested in a move, Napoli, blah, blah. He doesn't want to leave Man United permanently, though. He really doesn't, you know what I mean? And he loves Man United. There's always this, like, I don't know. I do get the feeling of his agents are kind of trying their best to sort of, politely push, maybe, to get.
Yeah, and clearly United are politely trying to say, we just want you here. I know it's tough, and you're not playing, but in the long run, you'll be better. But it's just my opinion, I do think there's got to be a middle ground. I mean, I get why they're trying to not do it now, because it's a numbers thing, isn't it? You got to keep the squad numbers that you've got. I know we've only got one game a week, but you do need those guys to bring off the bench for 10 minutes, 15. The manager still needs options, even if you've got one game a week. And loads of prep, and you're not, more often than not, those players aren't going to get used that much, so they're going to feel unhappy. It's very difficult to keep a whole squad happy past the 15, 14 players, past that, who are the regular subs. So like Dorgu and Dallo will be all right, because they're like, we'll just battle it out, me and you both I'll start some, you start some, you're getting significant minutes. People like Yoro and Maguire, if they're in and out, it's fine. Mazraoui will get games. Mason Mount's like, I've been out for ages, but manager does like me. I'm more and often not coming off the bench. I might start. Shesko Cunha, it's a bit of a rotation. But when you're Xerxes, when you're Cobby, I'd probably say Ugarte probably knows he's kind of first in line to come on when Casemiro gets tired. So he's probably like, all right, it's not where I used to be, but I'm in and out. But past that, it gets tough. It gets really tough if you're at the back end of the minutes in a season where you only got one game a week. And I hear that pyramid scheme says Cobby should be part of the 15, though. That's the problem. I think so. I think when Casemiro is getting tired, at least you should be mixing things up on a more consistent basis for Cobby. I understand there's been a few mishaps because he's not got the rhythm and he's come in and it hasn't looked great. And as has when, Ugarte's come on, hasn't looked great as well. Xerxes come on against Brighton, lost his man for the second goal. And it's not great because these players are playing so few and far between, but the manager's trying to give them a few minutes off the bench. They just can't get going. Xerxes not a terrible player. I know we had that situation of the managers don't rate him versus don't trust him, but whichever way you look at it, he's not getting enough minutes. He's vexed. He's fuming. I can't get going. Same with Cobby. So I just think in Cobby's situation in particular, and actually when you talk about injury, Kristen, I think he has returned to training from his injury, I think, but he's had a lot of injuries over the last couple of years since he's broke through. He's had a stop-start career. Even though he reached the top very quickly, it's still been stop-start. For him, he just wants a consistent run of games where, for good, bad, or indifferent, it might even be one of the ones where, not to say he should be in a relegation battle, but I just think that he probably just wants to play game in, game out. I want to feel the ball every game play.
That's why I say a move to West Ham. I know people are, he can't go there. I don't actually think on loan that would be the worst thing, because I just don't think there would be any. There's no danger of him going there permanently. I don't think there's any connection that gets generated between him and West Ham. It's not like the season's going to end. It's I want my career. I'm gonna go move to West Ham.
Lingard didn't do that.
It might be a thing of just for half a season, just go there, get some minutes under my belt. That's it. That actually might not be the worst move.
Loan, no option, no obligation, just a loan.
If you went to Napoli, even if it was a straight loan, they could have a bit of success. Then you get a bit of you get a little bit of a connection. You go, well, maybe it wouldn't be too bad if I stuck around here. Going to no disrespect to West Ham, but not the best club, then it is just about minutes. That it is just completely about minutes. It's not about anything else. You mentioned with Casemiro, and this is now the thing that keeps coming up, during every international break. You mentioned about Casemiro can only play 60 minutes. Hey, for Brazil, he plays 90. He plays 90, no problem. And they beat Senegal over the weekend. First time Senegal had lost in 2 years, by the way. And Casemiro scored a goal. By all accounts, played very well. Carlo Ancelotti, Don Carlo, he said this, quote, Casemiro, is the most important player for the team's balance. He is very tactically intelligent. He shows great leadership. He is an important player for us. He's having a bit of a resurgence. He's having a bit of a resurgence, Fleck.
Is this a player Man United can afford not to extend? A Brazilian international?
Well,
starting week, game in, game out. Don Carlo obviously had him at Real Madrid, so understands how big he is.
Flex, his last 3 games for Brazil, right? 2 in October, 1 in November. He's played 90 minutes 3 times in a row. 90 minutes, three times in a row, no problem. For Manchester United this season, he has played 90 minutes once for Man United all season.
Yeah, because I think it's context.
It's international football versus 100%. Premier League. Is that part of it?
100%. Guys, what we need to do now, again, we need to be careful. We need to talk about this properly. It's not agenda. It's not hate. It's not nothing. It's just talking about it properly. International football compared to the Premier League football, completely different. Some of them games were friendlies, I believe, for Brazil. And the pace of the Premier League, we can see with our own eyes. Forget anything. We here in this community watch Man United for 90 minutes every single game. And we've all seen Casemiro start to fade or start to find it more difficult. One, because he might be getting a little bit tired. And, against Spurs, he was asking to come off. Why didn't he? Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm tired. And he's not injured. He's going to play 90 minutes for Brazil. So it's not injured. Mm-hmm. It's fatigue. I need to come off. So we saw that with our own eyes. Let's not rewrite that. And also, when the team starts losing control of the game and we look different, that's beyond his capabilities. When you're talking about Brazil, who's their starting team? Who's he in there with? Guimaraes, who's going to run around everywhere. Cunha as well, which obviously we have. Who's in that? Yeah. Who's in there? Is Joe Linton in there? A lot of runners, I would have thought.
Yeah. I mean, is it just about
completely different setup?
Is it just about, I was going to say, but not only international for, tempo and what have you, but is it also a case of, like you say, different tactics could suit him a little bit better as well? Yeah. Is it maybe a little bit of that, perhaps? Maybe
100%. What was their starting lineup? Yeah, Bruno Guimaraes, Cunha, Casemiro. That's the back. So Bruno Guimaraes, so maybe Vinny played in there. Or Cunha played in there. Esteval.
Looked like it was just a 2 in midfield.
Them two. So he played, so he played with Bruno Guimaraes. Who can run for days. You know what I mean? And behind
playing him, in a 2 though. So can Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes
4-3-3.
Bruno Fernandes can run for days.
Yeah, 4-3-3, and behind that you got Gabriel just behind you in Marquinhos. It's not bad, is it? In the 2. But listen, let's not take away from Casemiro. It's been brilliant how he's playing. I just don't think, again, we need to just be careful, man, about what it looks like. Because what is after this, Casemiro is going to go to the World Cup and actually probably be good, yeah? This is what's going to happen because he's got himself back to a peak thing. But what's the Casemiro for the year or 2 after this? That's what I'm saying about the plateau. Like this is probably him pushing for his last World Cup. I mean, just got myself into good condition, good rhythm. I'm ready to go. But past this summer, regardless of what Brazil do, what does that version of Casemiro look like?
Exactly. For the record,
we can't do that.
For the record, I'd still say, I don't think we should extend. I don't think it will happen just because he's on so much money and, the cut would be too big. I just don't see it happening. But I do think it is something to look out for in that, like I said, different systems obviously will suit him better. International football, the tempo associated with it is probably suiting him better. It's not like he's got nothing to offer in the Prem, as we've seen. If we could get Casemiro to play for 90 minutes, my goodness me, that would be such a benefit for us. Because every time he comes off, we lose control of the game and we struggle to have control of it anyway. But I think he'll go. I still think he'll probably go. I think what it does appear to me is that, and actually these international performances kind of confirm it, is that I think he's trying to peak for that World Cup in the summer, isn't he? He knows that, about a year ago, he was nowhere near that Brazil team. Now he's back in with Don Carlo again, who of course he trusts and, rates him. And he realized, I didn't think I was going to be back in this Brazil team. I am. World Cup's on the horizon. It's going to be a big one. I'm doing everything I can this season to make sure I have a really good season for Man United and then go kill it at the World Cup. And then when the World Cup's over, my contract will be up, and then I can decide what I'm going to do with the rest of my career, whether it is take a massive pay cut and stay at United or go elsewhere, maybe go to a bit of a slower league and show that, yeah, I've still got something to offer. Like if Casemiro went somewhere like Italy, they carry on playing for, you know, a proper level. I think it's just the
and then there are people saying, oh, he's challenging for the league out there. We should have sold him. This, that, and the other. Not sold him.
And also, it depends the team and the setup and what have you as well, isn't it? But I do think it is interesting. And, you know, and I was thinking this, right, about Brazil. Yeah. And I know that they're definitely not the Brazil of many a year ago. They're still got good players. But I was thinking about Don Carlo. I was seeing Don Carlo on the touchline. I was like, he knows how to win a tournament, doesn't he? He could go and win a World Cup with not the best Brazil side, and I don't think anyone would question it. You know what I mean? I know obviously England have gone throughout the entire qualification campaign undefeated, not even conceded a goal, but I don't think you can rule out Don Carlo with a Brazil team with some clutch players in there. You know, in knockout football. You know, because even the last couple of, you know, Champions Leagues he won with Real Madrid, not his last one, the one before when they beat Liverpool in the final. That wasn't even the best Real Madrid team at that point. You know what I mean? And he still get it done. So I reckon Brazil are a bit of it's a weird to call Brazil a dark horse, but they can't.
Yeah, no, but they haven't won it in so long and they've been terrible.
Yeah,
you just can't overlook.
But it's Carlo Ancelotti, you know what I mean? And that's the only thing he hasn't got in his managerial career. Like pretty much he's got everything else, you know what I mean?
Everything.
Every big league, Champions League.
He's such a legend.
If he won the World Cup, I mean, has there been anyone else that's done the set like that? I mean, he's done Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, La Liga, Champions League, and then if he did World Cup as well, bloody hell! It's not.
Then even as a player, you forget how good he was.
As a player, Champions League, you know, it's mad.
2 Champions Leagues, 2 Serie A's, 1, 2, 3, 4 Coppa Italias, another Serie A with Roma. Crazy.
It's crazy.
Team of the year, 83, 86, 88, 90, 91. Don Carlo.
And he is old school in the sense of, like, you know, it's not all tactics with Carlo Ancelotti, isn't it? You know what I mean? He just manages big players and just goes, you go out there, just do your thing, mate. You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. There you go. Don Carlo, mate. And I was talking to Tim Vickery, actually. You know what Tim Vickery's on with the South American thing. That's his thing. He's the Don when it comes to that. And I was talking to him about the resurgence of Casemiro because I was so intrigued. And he was like,
that's another video.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. He was like, the thing with Casemiro is he's come in, and the first thing Ancelotti did was bring him back in because that's his guy. He knows him so well. But he was like, he's not the future, but he's an answer for now, you know? So yeah, there you go. WJ Barrett says, Kobe has to chill. This needing to play for England is crazy. He's young and ain't getting in the squad now. We need depth, and Kobe has to stay. So yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. I mean, the England thing's gone. He's definitely not going to the World Cup. That's impossible from this point on. I say impossible. 98% chance not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to. Yeah, I mean, how many? There's not many more opportunities to play for England between.
There's only 4 games left, and I think there's only one. Yeah, one in March, and then there's an international break in March, and then they'll play 2 games. Then they'll probably play 2 warm-ups.
Get the friendly, yeah.
So, boy, there you go. All right, guys, big up to each and every single one of you, man. As you can see right there next to Owen, man, we've said it throughout the stream. We will see you at 6 p.m. During that stream, we will have the red carpet as well. So you're getting double, quadruple, loads of bubbles. You're getting all the bubbles, yeah? We're doing a lot. So enjoy. We'll see you then. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Please share it. And
it'll be redirected to the stream from this stream as well. So you can get the like in early, set your reminders, all that fun stuff as well.
Exactly. There you go. All right, guys, big up to each and every single one of you. We'll see you tonight for some fun, for a good vibes, man, and a good cause. We're out of here. Take care. Peace.